Sir, you may begin.
Ahmed, Rahman, Polygon 2028. I'm an economist who studies what does and does not work in higher education. So as an economist, let me share with you the awe I feel when gazing at a proposal so breathtakingly bizarre, it borders on being a near thing of beauty. In 1,600 words, unburdened by academic research or acknowledgement of equity efficiency trade-offs, this report is a brilliant work of art. Brilliant how? Well, brilliant in its stunning disregard for all the things we know that actually work in facilitating inclusive education. Brilliant in its artful legerdemain, in labeling as elitists those of us who may use words like legerdemain and who perhaps could afford private education, yet who instead eagerly doubled down on the Rousean vision of public education, inclusivity, and diversity in all of its forms. Brilliant in pitting polygon on polygon, neighborhood against neighborhood, fostering divisiveness and then stressing the need to cure this divisiveness with this redistricting plan. Most devastatingly brilliant in unleashing a policy so destructive that social scientists like me will be studying its aftermath for years to come. This proposal has a bit of everything. An explosion of needless cumulative hours on buses? Check. The misapplication of pure effect studies? Bingo. The severe curtailment of after-school programs for all redistricted cohorts? Yep. Lack of acknowledgement of the true monetary costs, including all the lawyer fees necessary to defend the very constitutionality of the plan? Yahtzee. You've already heard from countless community members on all of these points. Are the fears overblown? Is it the research on each factor ultimately inconclusive? In short, no. Let's look at just the first two that I mentioned. The gold standard study on busing suggests that each additional hour of bus time translates into nearly 3 fewer points on student achievement tests for 4th graders and 4 points lower for 8th graders. But more troubling are the misguided notions of how peer effects actually work. Recent research shows the negative long-term effects of having one disruptive peer in your classroom. Now, this is a challenge for us all. But there are no convincing studies that show disruptive peers in the classroom will become less so just with exposure to non-disruptive ones. The Moving to Opportunity project conducted across 5 cities shows that exposure to better neighborhoods is the key. Pulling that off is challenging but effective and very Rousean. This is a superficial faux remedy accomplished by a stroke of a pen. Brilliant, I say. As policy, this is stunningly poor, but as parody, it's worthy of Vonnegut's Harrison Bergeron. Have you read this? A story of how a future America adopts policies in the name of equity, where the attractive are forced to wear masks and the strong are forced to carry weights. This is a piece of literature that would fit very nicely in that literary world, but it should remain a piece of fiction. Thank you.
Thank you. Miss, you may go ahead. No clapping, please. Please go ahead.